Once you're ready, feel free to find a cozy seat. If you're on the cushion or floor, preferably with legs crossed. If you're on a couch or a chair, preferably seated forward so the knees are directly over the ankles so you can sit up nice and tall. Once you get there, hands can rest gently on the legs. And we'll begin today with our eyes closed as we allow ourselves to arrive. So find your comfy seated posture and then we'll get started. Once you arrive in your posture, take a couple of big breaths. Allow yourself to simply feel your body breathe as you exaggerate the length of every inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to not only arrive in the room that you are in, the space around you, but also begin to arrive within your body and the space within. Feel the breath as you take a couple more big cleansing breaths. And as you're here, maybe you take a moment to check in. Just notice how you feel, how your body feels, how your mind, your mental state is right now, and even your emotional well-being. Just becoming aware of your presence, again, within and around you. And as we're here, we will do a little activity before we jump into our shamatha technique. And today, I would like to invite you to bring into your awareness something that you are grateful for. So we are going to practice today having a gracious heart, which in many practices is the key to happiness, peace, and joy, finding an attitude of gratitude. So when you think of something you're grateful for, just allow whatever comes up for you to pop into your mind. And if you're struggling to find something, you can really do anything from the house, the place that you're in right now, to your physical body. You can find anything that you currently have, and we'll cultivate an attitude of gratitude for it. So take a moment and find what you are most grateful for right now. And begin to bring it into your awareness. So we're going to play around with the mind and our imagination. So once you have what you are grateful for, imagine that you are there either with it, or maybe you're doing the activity, or with a person or animal, whatever it is. And notice what you see when you're with or in the place, the thing, with the person that you're most grateful for. If you can reach out in your visualization in your mind to touch and feel, notice what this memory, this thing feels like. Notice what you hear, possibly, with the thing you're most grateful for. Maybe what you can even smell or taste. Allow this thing to come into you through all your senses, really imagining as though you are there in it or with it right now. And when we develop an attitude of gratitude, I like to say that gratitude is a gracious attitude, and being gracious is giving thanks for. So when you begin to develop the sense that you are there with it right now, come to your emotional well-being and notice how you feel emotionally with this thing that you are most grateful for. And if you could rewind time to before you've had this thing in your life, see if you can take yourself there. Maybe you have a certain memory or just a general feeling of how your life was before this thing that you are so grateful for is now in your life. And I have found when I do this practice myself, when we rewind time, can really come to appreciate what you truly have right now, because you realize kind of everything it's brought to you. So I'd like to invite you to express gratitude, whether it's to just the universe, overall love, life, well-being, God, whatever have you. for this thing that you are so grateful for. And allow it to warm your heart, and if you'd like to even bring a smile to your face, feel free to do so. Sometimes we can get lost in pushing ourselves forward and striving for more and thinking we don't have enough, but the reality is that everything you have right now is exactly what you need to survive, to get by, to fill yourself with love, joy, and happiness. And when we take even just a couple moments of time to recognize what we do have, to maybe even rewind time to a time when we were striving for the thing that we have now that we didn't have back then, and realize how much we do have right now, we can cultivate this inner peace and joy and know that everything that we need is coming to us as well when the time is right. So take a couple moments, maybe you thank the thing that you're even grateful for showing up for you today. Thank yourself for taking a couple moments to appreciate your life, yourself, whatever you have right now. And we'll gently switch gears to our meditation. So once you're ready, gently peel your eyes open and find somewhere to gaze at towards the ground about 3 to 6 feet in front of you so the eyes are about halfway open. Hands still just gently rest on the knees or the thighs. And gently allow your awareness to transition to your body now. So bring your mind's eye all the way to your feet, to your legs, and allow the legs to rest heavily towards the seat, the ground beneath you. Relax the knees, the thighs. Allow the hips and the sits bones to gently rest in the seat beneath you as gravity pulls the body. From this base, begin to lift every vertebra of the spine so you're sitting up nice and tall, stacking every vertebra one on top of another, working all the way through the back of the neck so the chin is lifted parallel with the ground. Crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Allow the front body, the sides to relax around the strong back so the shoulders relax down the back body. The heart space, the chest softens and opens. Relax the belly. If you tend to pull the belly in towards the spine, just let it go. Begin to soften the crown of your head as you relax the forehead. Soften the eyebrows and the eyes. Relax the cheekbones, the jaw, and soften your lips. Relax the teeth and gently float the tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. Allow your ears to soften. Imagine as though there's an infinite horizontal line in front of you that you want to see as much of as you can, expanding the visual field and just letting what's in front of you come in through the eyes. Rather than staring at one point in particular, soften the gaze. Begin to tune your awareness to feeling the breath in the body. Can you begin to feel the inhales and the exhales arrive and exit your body? Now maybe you notice the breath in the nostrils, possibly brushing against the back of the throat, or in the chest or belly. You may notice the breath in multiple areas or just one. But can you feel the breath within? The breath, the feeling of the breath is our point of focus for our meditation. When we feel the breath in the body and focus on the inhales and the exhales, the mind will naturally wander. It will begin to think about other things, and that is okay. Just as the heart's job is to beat, the mind's job is to process, to think, to analyze. We're not here to stop it. We're simply here to be with ourselves and notice the inner workings of the mind. However, when we begin to think, we want to bring ourselves back to here and now, the present moment. We become aware. We find that moment of enlightenment. So when thoughts begin to bubble up and you're still able to focus on the breath, just keep doing what you're doing. Let it be. However, when you forget about the task of feeling the breath, simply label whatever's going on in your mind thinking and come back to feeling the breath in your body. The practice is one of labeling, thinking, and returning to the breath. The practice is not one of staying with the breath for as long as possible and getting angry at ourselves when our mind begins to think. It's a practice of self-compassion, of self-love, and of learning of ourselves and the mind. So practice this technique for a bit. Feel your breath. When you get totally distracted that you forget about feeling the breath, label whatever's going on thinking and simply return and start over again. Take the next couple moments and please be compassionate and loving towards yourself and practice. Gently draw your practice to a close. Feel free to add any subtle movements, close the eyes, just find what feels good. We'll eventually meet up with the palms touching at heart center and the eyes drawn closed. Take your time. Take a couple of moments once you arrive here to notice how you feel. So draw your awareness to your mind, to your headspace, and simply observe how it feels. What word describes the state of your mind? Gently draw your awareness to the body. Notice how it feels. What word describes the state of your body? Eventually tune into your emotional well-being, noticing the emotion that you feel right now. And gently give yourself a smile. Truly thank yourself for showing up here today, for dedicating your time to not only creating an attitude of gratitude within and all around you, but for practicing, for simply being with yourself. And thank you so very much for sharing your beautiful energy and practice with me and everybody else who tuned in today. The light in me truly honors the light in you. Namaste.